Lucian Vybz, the Caribbean tidal wave, repping our cultural raves and our Creole heritage. So much swag, my people, yeah, you know it feels like advantage.
Repping our rise and glide, yeah, I know you wanna see it. Come here, my girl, let me give you a little bikini dance and sing as everybody come along and help me sing this one.
Thanks for joining me on another episode. As usual, I promise you an exciting episode. I'm not gonna tell you what's coming up. Alright, you'll see it for yourself. As a matter of fact, I have somebody here who's gonna tell you. But today we're chilling at. Okay, let me let him tell you the name because I don't want to say the wrong name. Join me in the shot here, please.
How you doing? How you doing? My name is Kita. I'm our human resource manager as well as sales. Right here we are at Lucian Style Development. We are a tourist company in St. Lucia, ranked #1. We are #1 attraction in St. Lucia and also the #1 tour in St. Lucia on TripAdvisor. Right now, we want to introduce you to the Segway, the latest Segway, which is the Segway X2. Alright, basically this machine was created by NASA. Everybody knows NASA. They take humans to the moon. Alright, so if they created machines that could take you to the moon, you should trust a machine with 2 wheels. Alright, basically here at Lucian Style, we do our best to make clients and everybody who's coming into St. Lucia have a wonderful time with us. Alright, basically we serve all different tours, not only our Segway tour, but we do every other tour as well. Alright, with the Segway tours, we take you to Montpellier, which is right behind us. Basically, it's a 2-hour tour. It's very fun. You get refreshments, you get to taste our local fruits, freshly picked every day. And of course, you have a wonderful time riding the Segway. Alright, I preach everybody, come try the Segway out. It's very, 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 very exciting. That's a very interactive tour where you get to ride the Segway on an off-road trail. You get through bumps, you get to see the beautiful views of Rodney Bay, and you have a great time. Alright, for locals, the price is 135 EC, and for tourists, we charge 85 US. So don't hesitate, come see us at Lucian Style. This is where your experience begins.
Alright, now as you said, we're chilling today at Lucian Style. As usual, this is not all you're gonna see through the episode. We have other segments on there for you all. You'll see. Alright, but today we're gonna be chilling on an electric horse. That's what I call it. In the future, horses are gonna go extinct, and this is what's gonna replace the horses. You'll have any that hover like without wheels? Not yet. Alright, let's check out the tour.
Eddie, welcome. Okay, how's everyone feeling? Good. Okay. Over here we have the Segway X2. This is the newest model of all the Segways. They were first designed by NASA to explore the moon, but they gave us the earthly version about it. Like ordinary Segways, they happen to move by the throttle. This one here is designed to move by your body weight. And how you're gonna move this machine forward this afternoon is by giving me the Michael Jackson lean forward. You can stand on this machine just like you're standing on solid ground right now. You do not need to balance yourself, the machine does all the balancing for you. All what you gotta do is to lean your body weight forward like this onto the handlebar. You find your Segway going forward. At any time that you want to stop the Segway, you're gonna lean the body weight backward onto the heel. And if ever you find the Segway is moving backward, if you to stop it, just lean forward. Designed like a balance. Once you hit the center of gravity going backward or forward, the machine will stop. The Segway carries 4 computers and 5 gyroscopes that can read your every body motion. So whilst you're on there, if you're panicking, you're gonna have the machine panicking as well. Just remember to be relaxed at all times. When you first step in on the Segway, you're gonna grab this handlebar here with both hands. And any leg you feel confident with, you lift it up and you center it on this platform here. Same distance backward and forward, and then you bring up the other leg. At any time you're on there and you find the Segway is rocking back and forth with you like this, it is you trying to balance yourself. So we ask for you guys to be relaxed and trust the technology. From this moment here, I lean my body weight forward towards the handlebar. Segway goes forward, I lean back to stop. Notice when I'm moving forward that my body head goes to the handlebar, and when I'm stopping, it's away from the handlebar. To turn your Segway around is either pull or push to the left or the right, and the motion goes like this side to side. You find if you tilt it left, it's gonna go left. You tilt it right, it's gonna go right. If you took the handbar all the way to the left, you can feel the complete separation. And all the way to the right, the same is gonna happen. So you've got a 0 radius turn. There's no tight spot that you cannot get out of. And anytime you'll be riding your Segway and this handlebar here pushes back to your stomach, the platform that you're standing on will give you a 45-degree angle. You then find your body curving over the bar. Basically what a Segway is saying to you that you have exceeded your speed limit. The machine has two modes to it. There's a beginner mode and an advanced mode. On each mode there is a governor. Once you tap that speed up, that governor is going to push back on you. So when that do happen to you, you're going to jump off your Segway, kind of lean back, relax, and the machine will give you a level platform to start all over again. Anytime you choose to step off the Segway, keep this handlebar here straight at all times. And the leg you feel confident with, you lift it up, you rest it on the ground, carry it by the neck. No hesitation. You find if you do hesitate and you happen to drag your feet on the platform, Segway detect that you want to go backward. Once moving backward, if you panic and you put a foot on handlebar turn, you can chop your leg in there very easily. Now those tires they are designed to climb. And if they do come into contact with another person's tire, they'll try to climb and they'll flip us over. To avoid any incident that will cause an accident on the tour, we ask for you guys to be an arm's length away from each other at all times. Certain areas on our trail it is wide enough so that you can ride side by side, and certain areas with a single file. Anytime you choose to ride side by side, just be aware of the other person next to you. At any time you want to put the machine to something like one of these there, you're going to find an incline and you put your machine against the incline. Any little incline like this here will do, and you can let your machine go hands-free. Once your machine is on the flat and it's facing down the incline, and you happen to let it go, it's going to run away from you. Give a growling sound, and then step out of balancing mode. To avoid this from happening, when you do step off your Segway, just keep one hand on the handlebar like this, to keep it upright at all times. Now your body will become the gas and also the brake. So going up a hill, you lean forward, and going down a hill, you lean back. And you find the more you lean back, the slower the machine will go. You can actually walk your Segway going down a hill. My riders, my gliders, are we ready for this? Yes. Respect.
I've been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
And here we are, guys, taking the shade underneath 4 trees called the bay leaf tree. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this bay leaf is totally different from bay leaf somewhere you get in the UK or in the United States, unless it is imported from the Caribbean. You find with our bay leaves, we can make tea, we can flavor meats, and we also create what is called the birum, so you can crush and smell. You know about it? Alright? What do your mama use that for? Your granny? Bay leaf. What the bay leaf could be used for? Oh yes. And remember, they also create what is called the birum. Yeah, and the birum could be used if someone have a headache or feel pain. It's very close to white lavender. But you find in St. Lucia we have 7 different types of bay leaves. The very young leaves of it could be used as a mosquito repellent by crushing it in water, and you apply it just to the skin. Bye-bye mosquitoes, you can touch me now. Or you can boil a whole pot of the bay leaf and let it steam out in the home. It's going to chase the mosquitoes out. Well, not the problem. Once we go along, we're going to get you guys a whole plant. Excellent. Yeah, I'm going to let you go back with the forest on your back. Just in the mid, we have the tree called the balls hanging out, which is called the calabash tree. It is also the national tree of St. Lucia. And the ancient days of St. Lucia, it was used to create plates, bowls, water jugs, or any type of utensils our ancestors could have come with it at that time. That's what the calabash was used for. They come in different shapes and sizes. But nowadays it is used to create maracas, handbags, lampshades, earrings, and so on. The inside of it could be used against asthma, glaucoma, and bronchitis. If anyone has those illnesses, you just cover the inside of a calabash, you put it in a glass box, ferment with another herb called Wenjine. After it's been fermented for about 3 weeks to a month, you have the remedy for those illnesses. What it does, it removes the mucus those illnesses cause in the human body. Calabash. We have a hotel name after it called the Calabash Cove, about 5 minutes away from Rodney Bay, heading down to Castries in an area called Mary's. Okay, so how we feeling?
Good.
Are you guys ready to feel the wind beneath your wings?
Yeah.
So we're gonna go segging away,
Yeah.
following Jungle Boy.
Alright. Saddle up.
Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
So how's your workout? Keep your handlebars straight and step off confidently. And tell me, how's your workout? Because I know it could be a little workout around your calf and ankle areas.
That's good.
If you was thinking this was a lazy tour, think again. Alright, you could get a workout while riding the Segway.
Will we lose weight on this?
You could, of course. Yeah, man. If you burn a sweat, that means you're losing some calories.
Superb.
Every
Alright.
tickle is a massage.
Alright, so Lucian Vybz, today is a special day. I am in the presence of royalty.
What up?
I am chilling with Rae, the Girls Dem Ching Gum. Rae, what on?
I don't you know, boss. Everything calm. My girls, my fans, hold it down.
Now, if you all don't know about Rae, I'm just gonna play a song for you all. You all know who Rae is because you're always patting thing and Rae and patting thing and Rae. Yeah, look him there. Look him there. They know, of course.
They know. Now, my to the top. Now, it has been a while since, you know, my fans them, my girls them have seen me. You know, Rae, the delicious, the sexy, the inevitably big, you know. And it's time for me to come out. Because it has been years, people talking about Rae all over the place. What you doing, how things going. But it's my opportunity to come out and let them know that the Girls Dem bubble gum, the Girls Dem chewing gum, the Girls Dem lollipop is here. And he's ready to take it over. Nobody can stop it. Yeah? So now, back to the basics. Back to reality. Rae and Mr. Lepschissel. Big interview. Big business.
Rae, you gotta send an autograph for me. Rae, how many girls do you have?
I can't tell you that. I cannot tell you that. If I tell you how much girls I have, I'll have a lot of problem with my friends. Male friends I'm talking about. Because the girls in it too. So big man, I cannot give you that opportunity you're asking for on this interview. But later we can talk about that one. Okay? But it's out there. Hundreds, thousands, a lot.
So, how did you get the name Rae? The Girls Dem Dodo.
Let me give you a story about what really happened. How I get that name, how that name came about. It was a situation where I had this girl. And she tell me, you know, boy, you sweet. Rae, you sweet. So I tell her, I sweet like what? She say, like bubble gum. She say, I say, what? I sweet like what? Bubble gum. I say, you sure? She tell me, yes, baby, you sweet. That's how I get the name. Okay? That's how I get the name.
Girls Dem Dodo. So, Rae, what about a main woman? Yeah.
I don't have men woman. Rae is a bad man from time. What up? I don't have men woman, you know. Men woman can't lock me down. I make provisions for that already. Everything is mine. You understand? I don't have men woman.
That's the eyeliner, Rae. I want to be just like you when I
What you
grow up.
doing there? You want your dishes already? What you doing there?
Lucian Vybz.
You wash your dishes already?
What? Head at them.
You wash your clothes already?
Help me, a big man.
Let's go.
Help me, a big man. I can't help me.
And you find in this water here, Loads of coral reefs. At any given time, the natives will come here to snorkel or to fish. And those who come in this area to fish, they never leave here without a fish. Big, small or tiny, they'll still get a fish to go back home with. In St. Lucia, we don't spot fish. We don't play games with the fishes. Why we're fishing is if the fish is very small, it becomes sushi on the spot. If it's big enough, we take it home for the family for lunch or dinner. The mountain across Pigeon Island, St. Lucia National Landmark. It became that in 1979 on the 23rd of February, one day after the island became independent. But the area was known in the 1550s where pirates used to come and hide. And one of the pirates that did came here was the pirate they called Jean Dubois. Some people call him Peg Leg. Ever heard about him? Yeah. Respect. We find during his time going to the island, he used to trade with the American Indians, the Caribbean hours, different tools they never saw before, and in return they would have given him food and water. Today we have a restaurant named after him called the Jean Dubois Restaurant and Bar. Among all the green trees, the grey roof, you can see this is where it's located. But Shangadanga and Lloyd has been up there digging holes and tunnels. We never found a penny from John Dubois. Not a penny. If we look over to the left hand side of the mountain, we can see a square top. It's a fortress that was built by Ahmad Rani in the 1800s. But what happened in the 1971, a causeway was built to join the island to St. Lucia, and during that same time, the Rodney Bay Marina was being dug. And the soil was taken away from the Rodney Bay Marina, put across to finish the causeway. Today on this causeway we have two hotels built on, the one with the red roof, the Sandals Grand, and the one with the brown roof, the Landing Hotel. So this entire length of beach you guys can see, all man-made.
Right, St. Lucia and the rest of the Caribbean have lots of pirate history. That's why they film Pirates of the Caribbean. St. Lucia on the whole was the pirates' landmark. We should let them know their whereabouts in the Caribbean region. And their landmark was the Pitons, which is why they became World Historical Site. Back in the days, they saw St. Lucia like a woman lying down in the middle of the ocean. Of course, with the gigantic Madonnas. No, it's not a mirage. That was St. Lucia. Are we ready to jack up to the next level? Ladies, we want more speed or what? How comfortable are you in your machines yet?
Yeah, speed.
Really? Let me see how comfortable you are on your machine. Try to show me how comfortable you are. Hop onto your machines and step up right there on the flat surface facing me. Hop on and come, let me see you right there. Right now. Come on, go ahead. Right here, right now. You know?
Follow the leader, follow the leader.
Yeah, hop on.
Yeah.
Come on, hop on. Yeah. Make sure you're clear. You're safe from each other. Alright? You go there. Come along. Come on the flat surface. Come up. I have a little test for you. It's a test to see how comfortable you are on the machines here.
Okay.
Before I jack you up to the advanced mode.
Okay.
Alright, so let's hold your pose right where you are. Okay, I'm not too close. You lean forward. You're clashing into each other there. We don't want no clashing, right? Alright, now are you ready?
Yeah.
I want to know if you could do this on the machine. Alright, yeah. Can you do this? Let me see you back there. Can you do this? Yeah. Come on. Just put us in that position. Just keep your body weight into the machine. So can you do this? Can you do this?
Oh, we can
Can you
do
go down
that.
low?
We can do that.
Can you touch your toe?
I can't do that the best of times.
Yeah.
I can
Well,
do that.
congratulations, you passed, guys. Alright. Now it's a good time to experience the advanced mode. Butterfly Alley gives us a nice smooth run into our point on our trail. Alright, so now we're going to jack you up. The main thing is we could go faster, but we won't be going to the top speed. And the next thing is our flexibility of our steering increases.
Okay.
Alright, so let's make sure, like we practice, keeping your handlebar straight when stepping on and off the machine.
Alright, so we're back in the scene again. It's the ride segment, and I have with me, face should be familiar. It's Kurn, K-U-R-N, no T. And he's representing AAMA. Again, tell us what AAMA means.
AAMA, AAMA, not the bakery, is the Association of Assorted Motoring Advancements.
Yeah, and the group and I just can't get that. Alright, so we're talking to Kurn about AAMA's activities. AAMA's been around for a little while. Right, and so we're talking to Kurn about some of AAMA activities, and today we're talking about dexterity. First, tell us what exactly dexterity is.
Well, by definition, dexterity is the skill of using your hands to complete a task with ease and a little fluidity to it. So what happened is there's now a motor sport that has been termed dexterity, and I guess you can see the relation based on that definition. You use your hands, coordination, you turn a steering wheel, you try to get the best line for a corner or something like that. That's what it is. So dexterity is, I wouldn't say it's a new form of motorsport. It's new to St. Lucia, but it's been around for ages. In the US, it's known as autocross. Some other Caribbean islands like Trinidad, it's known as solo dex. So you have that there.
Alright, and AAMA's been able to take part in the last three. Tell us about the activities that was held in St. Lucia.
Right. Well, Mr. Brian Evans from VIII, he was the one who actually decided to take it upon himself to start doing dexterity, because the vehicle he drives, he believes it's capable for that kind of thing. So he said, you know what, I'm tired of this drag racing thing, let me use my vehicle for a different purpose. So he held a little event in September. It drew a nice crowd in terms of participants. Some people came out, they saw it. On the day they took part. So from that day, we decided, you know what, let's make this bigger. So what we did, we spoke to him to partner with him. But what he actually told us, he gave us the green light to actually take over it altogether and start doing it ourselves. And we did that. So come December of that same year, that was last year, we did our first AAMA Dex, which is AAMA Dexterity. We just make it one, AAMA Dex. We did one in December, and we recently held one in February. Yeah.
Alright, so when taking part in a dexterity, what will you see? I know like drag wars, you might just have a straight course. What would you see in the dexterity?
Well, with dexterity, it is totally not about straight line speed. It is about cornering, handling of your vehicle, how you can handle your vehicle rather, because it's a sport not limited to sports cars. You can bring any vehicle to the event. So let's say you have an Almera. Don't be intimidated by a guy who drives a Skyline. You can very well come in and do better than him, because the courses themselves are not set up for a specific car. You get cones and sometimes some used tires. You set up a course with that, and you just go through it, you navigate and come back for the best time.
Okay, so we've had 3 activities so far in St. Lucia. How has the activity been?
Alright, from the event in September, we had a relatively good turnout. We had a lot of what you call normal vehicles in that event. And by the time we came to December for our first official event, we had a numerous amount of sports cars, a total of 12 participants. In the event for February, we had 10 participants. Although 2 less, we actually had 6 new drivers from the last event. So we only had 4 repeating drivers from December and 6 new guys, which means more people are taking interest. We actually had a greater crowd turnout for the event in February as well. So it's getting out there, it's getting popular. And as I said, you can bring any vehicle. At the event in December, for example, you have Skylines, Evolutions, Sylvias taking part. But you find a Mazda Familia and a Toyota Corolla came 3rd and 4th, beating out a lot of high-powered vehicles. They came just behind the Skyline and the Evo. Nobody saw that coming, but it happened. Likewise, in February, you had a Swift Sport coming in 2nd behind the Skyline, beating out the Evos, the Sylvias, the Chasers, everything. So it's a matter of handling and how you handle your car. Fun event.
Now obviously it's a competition. Mention to us the winners of the first 3 events.
Okay, it's a competition based on time. it's not an average of time. You get free timed runs, and in those free time runs, you get a chance to put the fastest time. In December's event, we had a Skyline taking the victory, an R32 GTR. In fact, it was surprising to a lot of people that he won because they were expecting the Evo 6 to win because that's his domain. Not to mention the guy loves doing dexterity, so they thought he would win. But in fact, he won only by 0.1 of a second. That's just how competitive it is. In the second event, we had the Skyline winning yet again. That same Skyline winning yet again. Again, another upset. This time the Evo came third, with the Swiss Sport taking second place, rounding up the top three there. So it's, in a sense, it's really fun. Everyone who comes says the same thing. They come, they see it for the first time, they're like, wow, we can get into this will be fun. So by the next event, they take part.
Alright, so AAMA is, are we planning another activity, I think?
Yes, we're trying to do one every month. So we had December, we lapsed a bit in January, we came back in February. We're going to do one in March. A date will be confirmed because we're not doing one in April due to drag wars. So we don't want guys coming, leaving cash fees, going to view for taking part, and then drag wars come in, come back down and all that. So we're giving it a break. We're giving drag racing its thing in April, and then we'll come back in May, and we're going to try to do one every month.
Alright, and just AAMA to, you know, nice it up and change up the vibe. I heard that we're going to be including bicycles very soon. So if you're interested, if you're bicycle.
Get that off my truck, please. We need that off. We need that off the truck so we can go ahead.
They use them in Japan and England, and now in the US to treat the foot and your hands, your pedicures and manicures. Yeah, people pay a fortune for that, $1 a minute. Yes. Yes, you can.
You don't need to go that far. We had it done here when we was in the sea the other day.
Yes. All right, check it out. See that?
Feet in there.
Ah! I don't know that.
I'll put my foot in there. Should I put my foot in?
Yeah, you could. Free fishing. You guys have seen Bear Grylls? Tell him I catch fish with my bare hands. Tell Bear Grylls I catch fishes with my bare hands too. One fishes over here.
I like my feet. I was tickling my toes.
There.
Too smelly. Oh, it's tickling. Oh, it's tickling underneath my feet. Under.
That's the heel, on the heel area?
Yeah.
That's why it needs more work. This pond here is built by the US Army during the World War II.
Okay.
Alright, it goes about 12 foot deep. And they use the rocks to quarry out to build the road. You see out there the construction of the road. The fishes inside was put by the hotel, Caribbean Jewels.
Oh, okay.
Which went bankrupt in 2008.
Oh.
Alright, and if you're wondering, there's 3,009,719 fishes in there.
There was?
Yeah, there's Tony, there's Lucy, there's, there's John, there's Matthew, Abraham. Of course, he said you could actually know the average of amount of fishes in a pond. If you calculate the length to the width to the depth, like trying to find the volume, you could actually find the average amount of fishes in there. Because fishes send pheromones to each other, which controls the population of the pond.
Travel all over the world, there is no place as sweet as home. Yeah. I got a call from overseas, said I should leave here today, but I must come back, I must come back. Everyone is waving goodbye cause I'm flying away, but I must come back, I must come back. Told the pilot to turn the plane around, cause I must come back, I must come back. Rose in the street jam, that's what we like. Freaky on a Friday night. Later in the evening, gravity we clubbing. She tell me today is Saturday, let's go then we tonight and eat some fish. Then we'll go down to Fuye, climb the pitons all the way up there. Skyrise we all up in the air. When we gliding down the people check, everybody clapping hands and they shouting out.